Can we just stop, please? The fact that when we initially killed the first character that our MC obviously killed, I thought to myself, it's gonna be hard because, like, to have a creepy character and then to eliminate, like, there's just such a villain you love to hate. Like, it's gonna be very hard to top that. And then they've continuously introduced creepier and creepier characters, and it's not just simply because of their personalities, it's the way this freaking... People can say what they want, and honestly, I sometimes have issues with how the 3D world looked. I did not like how it looked on the horse episode, as an example, the horse animation. But an episode like this don't really have many complaints. It actually works quite well for me, but people can say what they will. The animation and how they go into these facial designs, the saliva, the stranger danger, these fools are everything. If it's not bad enough, they give you the main guy who's covered by ants. Why? No freaking idea, but that's probably the most genius way to be a villain, because can you imagine being in a sword fight and some ants get on you? You don't gotta be scared of ants, it would be the feeling and you'd get distracted by the goddamn feeling of it. The faces alone on one of these guys is bad enough, and they introduce like 4 of them. These characters are literally everything wrong with this episode, but in all the right ways. Like, without this unnerving factor, you wouldn't be rooting for their demise as much as you are. And to see our MC be the one in that shack, because the past how many episodes have really established our boy's not a fighter. He's a runner, and, he might get some underhanded tactics, this, that, and the third. But the idea that he's the one who draws the I'm like 5 minutes ago, we just established he's not even close to being able to deal with Fubuki. Fubuki's taking a damn lunch break in the middle of training, and I don't know what he did. Well, I guess I know what he did. He apparently cut his wrist somehow, but we don't see it. Like, they teased us, they baited us so hard. They're edging us with this episode because they ended at the best possible moment. Are we actually, because he doesn't want to have to run away and just light the whole place on fire, which I'm saying go ahead and do that. It could be your signature move. What just happened? How is this show so freaking good while also so simultaneously being so freaking underappreciated? Wonderfully produced, insanely well done. Give me more, but please, for the love of God, kill Ant Boy ASAP. I can't deal with his 3D ants anymore. And that's not an insult to the 3D, it's just so freaking disturbing. Now, of course, we do got this full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want some of my full and thought to any of these Elusive Samurai episodes, it's going to be over there exclusively. I'm not going to lie, probably Elusive Samurai is the most fun series I have, I'm reacting to recently. It's just, they're just doing such a good job with everything, but it's so freaking unnerving. These are why, like, the reason these characters are so fun to root against is because they legitimately give you pedo vibes. Like, they are just creepy beyond repair. Your main guy is literally looking at the value of children. Oh, these two? We're gonna kill every human, adult, male, female in this village, but the kids will sell them off. Oh, those 2 are worth 3. The fact that in the middle of a conversation against our boy, he's talking about the value of him and how he's worth 4, 5, this, that. It's like, if you remove the drool, if you remove the tongue lips and the just, why is his face doing that? Maybe he's just a bad guy, but no, he's a bad guy with do not check his browser history. That's the best way I can put it. And to see all of them and just how unhinged they are. I mean, props to our boy Fubiyuki. I felt like at one point he was somehow going to let go of that one sword, take a rice ball lunch break and go back to fighting, and we wouldn't even doubt in why the physics work the way it is with one sword staying in the air as it's trying to stop the other from attacking. It's just, the dude's built different, and he's going to be the perfect addition to our arsenal overall. But I love the fact that they are all about traps, right? Because they're clearly outnumbered. Like, we ended the previous episode very clearly outnumbered. And the idea of so many different traps, because they established in the last episode that the children that he's looking after, pretty much, he's trained them and helped them be very good at providing traps. So the idea that one of the moves they do is as they're going down the hill, you then shoot them from above the hill. It kind of does like a little distraction, also screws with them when you're not as, numbered as they are. The ice on the lake, which then they use their own soldier's body, alive and dead, to then cross. Just very cool stuff. But I think the best is what is the safety fallback plan that our MC is dealing with. So we trap the head honcho, ants in his pants, literally covered in ants. It's ridiculous. And if for whatever reason, which honestly the most likely reason, he can't beat him with his own game of tag, running, dodging, attacking, we burn that whole bitch down and he escapes through the roof. The thing is, too, is like at first I'm like, well, that's not really gonna work because, I mean, he could... It doesn't look like the most sturdy building, and if some kid's not swinging a sword at you, you could probably, like, Hulk smash through that door or whatever. But the fact that the floor is also coated in oil, he would immediately burst into flames, and yeah, that definitely could be enough. It feels like it's kind of a 50-50 right now. Like, most of the fight, I was thinking to myself, he's gonna have to burn the whole place. Like, I don't think he's cut out for this one. The reason he was able to get that kill the first time was because there was so much supporting him. This is just, it's a 1v1. It's a very different situation, and also it's a lot more claustrophobic. But by the end of the episode, like, it's probably more than 50-50, but I don't want to bet too much on him actually being able to properly kill him through swordplay, because at the end of the day, this man is a walking menace. And despite getting a slash on his wrist, which, like I said, we don't see how he does it, it's a bit of a makes your face go red moment, because you're like, wait, not only are you going to end the episode here, you're not going to show me what happened. I assume we'll probably get to see what happened maybe next week, the start of the episode, like it will actually show what he did, or we're going to just see the next attacks be probably what he did to his wrist, and, you know, it'll all piece together. Either way, it's kind of a coin toss. Will he be enough to do it when it's like, you know, his signature move is evading, is his elusiveness, but it doesn't feel like this is a character he's going to be able to be elusive enough. But the fact that they ended the episode with him somehow attacking his wrist and we don't see how, the speed might be enough that he can actually slice a vital organ and then we just burn that bitch to the ground. I don't know. But there's a lot at stake here, but the fact that they continuously make the faces creepier and creepier to the point that I'm saying, for the love of God, take a seat Chris Hansen style. Like, you guys are giving me the worst vibes ever. They are everything wrong with this show, man. But you need villains you just despise. Like, the fact that you can immediately look at the end of last episode and just know that whole crowd, we don't mess with them. Like, that's good, but it's like, we're in a village full of children and we're getting these Diddy Party vibes going. It's like, nah, man, like, for the love of God, just put them all out. Like, there ain't no second chances with these groups. That's all I'm saying. But dare I say, one of the most entertaining episodes for sure. Love the 3D in this episode too. There's only a couple of quick moments where I was like, okay, we didn't really need that, but for the most part, I actually liked how it blended in. Let me know what you're feeling though down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Big Boy J, Cryptic, Blood iOS, Samantha, That Random Man Anime Man, Paul Tar, A, and we also have Ed Var. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you all have a good one.